What's up guys, Matwai here back with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you some hidden features that you probably didn't know about in your BMW F33. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you like this video or it helps you out in any way, please give it a thumbs up. And just like that, I'm gonna head out and we're gonna get right into it. Alright guys, so the first feature that I would like to talk to you guys about, most of you probably already know, but if you actually hold down the unlock button on your key fob, your windows will automatically roll down. See that? This is a really good feature for those days that are really hot. While you're walking up to your vehicle, you can roll down your windows so that way you can let out all that hot air that's trapped in your car, so by the time you get into it, it's not as hot. So this next one I'm going to show you isn't really a feature. It's more like kind of a couple of hiding areas that you probably wouldn't know. But over here on your driver's side, right under here is a little button that you press and then pull. And this is actually kind of like a driver's side cubby. You can pretty much put whatever you want in here. And most vehicles don't have a driver's side glove compartment, if you will. Most people don't know that this is over here. The next little hiding spot I have for you guys is actually where you put this. Now I know most of you guys, once you take this cover off, you probably just put it in your passenger seat, or probably like put it over here on the sidewell of the door. But really, there's actually a spot made for this cup holder cover. So what you're gonna do is open up this, and you'll see a little net in here. And this net right here is where this is supposed to go. So once you place it in the net, it'll be above and out of the way, so you can still use your glove compartment, and it's not seen on either side of the door wells. Alright, so the next one I have for you guys is actually the cigarette lighter. So obviously if you open up here, you have one right here, but you actually have a second one up here in the front. But there's actually a cigarette lighter right under here, right under the passenger side glove box. I honestly didn't know about this one until I watched another video. Honestly, if no one told you that this was down here, you wouldn't look down here to see if there was a cigarette lighter. So that's pretty cool. So if you didn't know there was a cigarette lighter down there, you have a second one right there, as well as the other one up here. So these next ones are going to require me to turn on the car, so I'll go ahead and do that. Next feature I'm going to speak about are these buttons. So if you didn't know already, these buttons are touch sensitive. If you just drag your fingers along them, it'll tell you what that button is assigned to. You don't even have to press anything. It's literally just touch sensitive. So as you drag your finger, it changes up here, which is really cool. And while we're on the topic of these buttons, obviously in most vehicles you use these buttons to save radio stations. But in this vehicle, you can actually use these buttons to not only save radio stations, but you can save certain features. So for example, number 1 I have set to my TPMS sensors. So I press number 1 and then my TPMS automatically comes up. So I think that's a pretty cool feature, that these buttons are used for more than just radio stations. You can pretty much assign any feature you want to each button, which I think is pretty cool. So on to the next feature. This one happens to be the mirror tilt feature on the passenger side. So this helps you when you're parking. So for this one to work, you want to make sure that your mirror selector is to the left. So you want to make sure it's that way, facing towards the driver's side. And then when you put your vehicle in reverse, your passenger side mirror will actually tilt down to help you see when you're parking. So take a look. Go ahead and put it in reverse and then watch the mirror. You see that? So this is very helpful for people that are parallel parking or even reversing into a parking spot. So that way you can actually see the ground. So I think that's pretty helpful. So while we're on the gear selector, say you put your vehicle in drive and you put it in manual mode and you're going through the gears, yada yada yada, having a good time, and then you get home or you get to your destination. If you just press park, it'll automatically go from manual mode to automatic mode. Watch what happens. It'll do it automatically. So now I'm going to show you guys how to completely turn off traction control. So I'm sure most of you that have gone to Sport Plus mode will see that traction control is off, but it's not completely off. You actually have to hold down the traction control button to completely turn it off. So that's regular traction mode off when you put it in Sport Plus, but if you hold down this button, you'll see right here, it'll see DSC off, and that's what you want to see, and that's how you know that your traction control is completely off. So this next one, I'm sure most of you guys probably didn't know, but your vehicle actually has a dyno mode. So whenever you get your car dyno, you want to make sure it's in dyno mode, because if it's not, if your vehicle feels the back wheel is just spinning and it's not going anywhere, then it actually limits power. So you want to make sure if you ever get your vehicle dynoed, you want to put it in dyno mode. So I'm about to show you how to do that. So to access dyno mode, you're going to want to hold down this button over here for about 10 seconds. So once this pops up, you're going to scroll down to start roller, and that's how you enter dyno mode. And I'm pretty sure once you're done with dyno mode, you want to do test in, so that way your vehicle is no longer in dyno mode. So another really cool feature in this vehicle is an automatic cooling bleed. So whenever you replace your fluids or you do your coolant, you want to make sure you bleed your vehicle so there's no air bubbles in the lines causing your car to overheat. So to do your coolant bleed, you want to make sure your car is in accessory mode. So you're going to press this button once, all the lights are going to light up at you. You're going to want to put your heat on the first notch. Make sure it's heat, so you want to make sure it goes all the way to 84. And then make sure it's on the first notch, just like that. You're going to press down your gas pedal and hold it for 10 seconds. I'm not going to do it, but once you hold it for 10 seconds, you will actually hear your vehicle start flushing the air out of the lines. And that's very important if you ever do change your fluids or you change your coolant. Be sure to flush your lines because, like I said, the air bubbles in the lines can cause your vehicle to overheat, and you don't want that. Those are all the features I can think of off the top of my head. Let me know if you want me to make a part 2 with some more features. Alright guys, and just like that, that wraps up today's video. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you like this video or helped you out in any way, please give it a thumbs up. And just like that, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!